guys, and welcome to the channel. If you didn't see our last video with the Ghostbusters, you should definitely check it out. We did some crazy video editing in there, but it's only at the best of our ability for video editing, so it's more like a parody. Well, it was a parody of, but yeah, it was like a bad parody, which is entertaining in itself. So today, we have a really fun video. I'm sorry it's very windy, it's obscene right now, but we have a really fun video. We did this before on my C5 Z06, where we did big cam versus small cam, except this time we can actually select the camshafts and do a big cam versus small cam to give you a much better like comparison. That's the goal, is to make sure that you guys have a good comparison, and this is on the LT engines. The cars have extremely similar modifications, and the big difference is going to be the cam specs. So one of them, small cam, one of them, big cam. Both are manuals, both are, I think they're the same year, or yeah, I think they're both 29 Camaros, and they were both done within a week of each other. So we are going to see where the power lies. Let's get to it. We're gonna have Noah do both of them because he's our slave.
Must be Halloween. First you get an orange one, now you get a black one.
I know, same car, same build. This one already has headers, has a K&N in it. Okay. This one's getting a smaller cam.
Smaller cam, MSD, and flex. And heads.
Yep.
Pretty nice.
Cool beans.
I like how they use black clamps.
Yeah, those look nice.
Rotofab's got to get on that. You know, Rotofab? It's black clamps.
Really?
Exactly. Heads cam. Heads cam, but this one already has headers. Flex, heads, cam, and intake manifold.
It's nice.
Cool. Headers are great.
All stock stuff's kind of thing.
Sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. It's stick car again, so drop the subframe and hang the motor. It's like nobody wants to buy automatic ones of these anymore. But they don't make automatic one at least. So.
Yeah, they do.
What?
Mm-hmm. You can get one with a 10-speed.
Oh,
I guess 19.
Yeah, 19.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
You could
All
not.
stick. Huh.
Won't be needing that anymore. So the intake valve covers and all that jazz are off.
Yeah. Full water pump, full headers, full heads, and then hang the motor, transverse bar,
Yeah.
drop the subframe, drop the rad, front cover, oil pan, cam, back together.
Well, when you list them, it seems like a lot.
Yeah. But when you're right here, it's simple. Just take this off, take them off.
Well, plus side is you basically just did this on the other car.
Last one.
Yeah. These are basically twins with the exception of the
Headers.
cold air intake, the headers, and the cam specs. Should be a nice little comparison.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is a smaller cam.
Yeah. I think the orange one, second pull, made 535.
533. Which is
So, yeah.
pretty sweet for an NA car.
I like NA builds.
Me too.
Alright.
That'd be a really fun daily driver.
Yeah.
Too shabby. Pretty clean deck.
Yeah.
Well, gasket stayed on the gasket. Cool.
Don't touch stuff on the gas.
I feel like we've just been here before. Have we been here before?
Got deja vu. What's today, Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure last Wednesday I was at the same place. out.
Yeah. How's it look for 5,000 miles?
It's new. You got your normal wear where the fuel pump lobe and lifters are, but I mean, look at that bearings.
Yeah.
Brand new. Get the new cam in there. Get the lockout and the cam gear so it doesn't fade.
Uh-huh.
And just get the oil pump back on, front cover back on, oil pan back on, radiator back in, and then I can get the subframe back in. Now let's see if my theory worked. Pull the heads off. Please. Dyno 2 single. Right at the top.
So you can install headers from the top on the 6th gen. You just have to take everything off.
This one might not because of the oxygen sensor.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oof. Sweet.
Yep. The lifters out. All 17 of them. Drops over.
No, seriously, like there's a major difference. So every time we go down there.
Let's try it out. What'd you say? Can you stay on that?
What's going on in here?
Yeah.
You're putting them lifter things in, them things that work with the other things.
How many miles are on this car?
Good day.
I think under 10.
Crack the door.
I'm just like, the pistons on DI, like, they really get beat up.
Oh, I know. I mean, that orange one I just did had under 10 and they look the same. What?
I was just looking at the car, but you know. You have like 90s throwback right there.
I didn't even know they made these anymore.
So, ported heads are back on. Or ported heads are installed.
The ported heads are bolted to the engine, they are not torqued. So I will finish these 4 little animals and then torque the heads. Gotta change the oil filter and put oil in it. Then get the laptop in it, make sure it's reading ethanol content, and then loom up my wire and tuck it out of the way. I just leave that there until I know everything's working.
Yeah, no sense making it look all nice and then something not working.
Yeah, because I mean, I could have pressed that connector together and the pin came out. You never know. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Looking good. I think we're going to change out to some E85 now.
558.
About what I'd expect. Wrap her up. Nice, that's our first E85 pull at 532. We picked up what looks to be 24 rear wheel horsepower over the pump gas run, and I'm going to see if I can tweak it there. There's no added timing at this point, so I'm kind of excited to see what happens when I throw a couple more degrees in it. 533. I wasn't sure if we were going to get any more, so some of that is because we're already running such a good amount of timing on pump gas that we're not really able to take advantage of it on E85. I'm going to try one more thing and then we'll wrap it up. Lies, 538. That's what I see online. Well, that's good. That's a 30 horsepower increase over pump gas. And it was already pretty awesome on pump gas for a very small, daily driver-friendly camshaft. So that's excellent. I can't wait to get her out on the street and see how she does there. So there you have it. If you look at the attached graphs, you can see that both cars make some really good power. The small cam, of course, is a little bit lower on the peak numbers, but that's not the entire story. You can see that on the small cam, it looks like 3,500 and below is making more power and substantially more power, but it's really like 4,900. We just had a little blip in the dyno graph that I think I ended up getting smoothed out on the street. But the big cam, if we select that one, you can see the big cam starts shining about 5,900. So it depends what you're doing in it. Like if you're looking for more power, 5,900 and above, the big camshaft is probably it. Not as good drivability, much more awesome sound, probably not as good gas mileage. The small cam, however, 4,900, basically 5,900 and below is the same or greater power. And you know, I tend to like the smaller camshaft a little bit more myself, or something in between, which is our big boy camshaft, which is designed to be really good for the automatic